Yo, what is good, fam? Welcome to episode 109, Speaking of Which podcast, man. I got my man's John over there.
Whoa.
Pull up. Yeah. We got a very special guest in the building, man. My man's Sham.
Yes, sir. My guy.
Beats going crazy.
Appreciate you.
You feel me? So
Run through some of the.
talk about it, man.
Yeah, run through some of his accolades.
Tell us, man. Talk your shit. Rub your shoulders a little bit.
Come on.
Come
Let's
on.
get right. Nah. So, I've been locked in with my guy FourFive for a long time. So I've been working on basically his whole discography, So some
Day
songs
one
like
shit?
Love My Tone.
This my diamond John. Yeast Saint Laurent.
My bitch got bitches too.
My bitch got bitches too. My bitch got
Bunch of stuff.
Bangers.
Got some stuff with some other guys, in the world, like Dom Corleo. We got some stuff. But yeah, man, we just been pushing.
Okay,
you already know.
so Sham, man, listen, man. Let us know where you from.
Bro, I'm from here. I'm from Long Island. I'm originally from Long Island.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Thank you.
Born, raised, and moved to the city, then back to Long Island, then back to the city, then back to Long Island again. I flipped schools like probably 5 times in my life.
Really?
Bro. Yeah. It was never stable.
At what part of Long Island?
So I was in Syosset, then I was in Huntington, and then I was in Roslyn.
Okay.
All around, bro.
Fire. And
yeah.
you know what's crazy? Our boy Ravs, who's in the cut right here.
Shout out Ravs,
Shout out.
man.
I think you mentioned Aaron, like, man, we should get him on the pod, and then I think
mentioned,
Ravs
yo.
kind of told you like, yo, just hit him up.
Yeah. Word.
Shout out Raz, man.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Tell us, where did you get the love for this producing shit, bro? Where did it start, bro?
Bro, I know it's controversial right now, but
Go back in time.
I gotta say, yay, bro. He put the battery in my back. Seeing what he does. Another name, Ryan Leslie.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Underrated
hard.
name. I don't know if you guys
Entrepreneur,
know about,
for sure.
Yeah. I don't know if you know about the videos on YouTube of him
Of course.
cooking up. So like he'll do a video where it's like he'll come in and he'll like play the bongos, then he'll go on like one synth. Then I'll go on another synth, and like the song keeps building and building, and like
fire.
that shit like
That's fire.
really made me want to make music because I was
That's
like,
fire.
bro, what the hell? Like,
That's dope.
How is
Ryan
he doing
Leslie.
this? Like, this is ridiculous. So then I had to deep dive everything. Like, I had to learn everything right
What
then
was-
and there.
What were you trying to do originally? Was that always in your aspirations, or you was trying to do something way different?
Bro, I went
growing
to
up?
school for finance. I went to
Okay.
school for finance,
Fair
bro.
enough.
I was options trading in school, bro. I was
Nice.
the college bookie, bro.
That's fire.
I was doing it all.
Yeah.
I was doing it all, and then when, like I said about the Ryan Leslie, once I found that, bro, and then I met this kid in school who was like an engineer, and I played him like a couple beats I made, and they were ass. I'm
Okay,
gonna be honest.
fair.
Of course.
But he saw a vision. Like he
Yeah.
was like, "Yo, I could see you like getting better at this shit."
Right.
So I started chilling with him every day. By the way, his name's Joe Campo.
Shout out
Shout out
to
to
Joe.
Joe.
Put
Shout
the
out
battery
Joe.
I
in
gotta
the back.
push. Shout out to Joe. I'm gonna send this to him when it comes
Facts.
out.
Okay.
But yeah, he put another battery in my back. Just keep going, bro. Like he introduced me some Boston artists, bro, and it was out of there from there, out of here,
Yeah,
bro. We
that's
started a
fire.
studio in Boston, little
Boston?
Grundy. Like I
Wow.
swear, like this size, like
Word.
crappy speakers, crappy desk, worse than that desk. Bro, it was bad, bro. It might have been, when you do the cookouts with your family,
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah,
you
for
got
sure.
the
The
foldable,
plastic foldable table.
Yes, that's what we had.
Oh, the
And we
Target
didn't put
joint.
a tarp on it. It was bare.
It was just that.
It was bare.
Yeah.
And you could hear people playing drums in the room over sometimes. It was just like,
And what year was this? Around what time would you say?
shit, I would say, 2017?
Good era.
18?
Ryan Leslie
Yeah.
just came off of that run with Macklemore, right? Am I mistaken?
I think so.
He did a lot
I'm
of
not
stuff.
100% sure about that one.
But you know what's interesting with Ryan Leslie? He's like very in tune with the business side. That's what
Yeah.
I fuck with.
Yeah.
And the fact that you was like in the financial space, I feel like that part of it too probably interests you.
Yeah. When he started doing the entrepreneur stuff, like it kind of hurt me a little because I was like, bro, I need you to keep doing this music shit just to keep me going.
Yeah.
But I was like, yo, go get the bag, bro.
Facts.
I was happy for him, even though I
Yeah.
never met him.
Yeah.
That's
I was
fair.
still happy for him.
Damn.
Yeah.
What artists would you say? What kind of beats were you really like inspired by at that time?
Honestly, bro, Future, Southside, producer-wise,
808
Southside.
Mafia.
Yeah,
word.
Metro, but like Southside. So I loved Southside shit, but like in terms of like my inspiration, like I never really took inspo from him, just cause like no one's gonna out south side. Like,
Yeah, fair
like I
enough.
didn't look at him thinking like, oh, I could be like you, because no one could be like him. He's like God level, you know. But like I looked at like a Metro or like a Murda Beats.
What about Sunny Digital? Anything?
Sonny
Honestly, I never really got into
Because
him.
at
I
the
respected
time,
it, but,
all those guys
yeah.
were like on the even playing field.
Yeah,
and obviously,
yeah.
some took off.
No,
or
I knew
whatever.
about Sonny, but like I wasn't like looking at his shit as
Shit,
much.
right.
But like Metro was someone I looked at. I was like, you know what? I feel like I can do that. I feel like there's a world where I could figure it out.
Super
you know?
producer shit.
Yeah.
Facts.
So that's like the route I wanted to go. So when I first started, I was like, yo, I gotta end up being like an artist producer somehow. Like get people on my beat, put it out on my own almost. Like that's like my real goal in this shit. You know,
Some DJ Khaled shit.
type shit.
That's
yeah,
fire. That's
for
fire.
real. That's
That'd be
my
hard,
main
bro.
goal. Yeah.
You know what? It really inspired me, and I don't even make beats, but Nick Mirror.
Yeah,
Nick
bro.
Mirror is someone that
He's hard.
Another shout out, bro.
to me that is like
I'm gonna
wow,
get into.
makes me want to
yeah.
make beats, bro. Like just watching him make a beat from scratch, like a Lucid Dreams or any type of beat like that, is like incredible. Like
Yeah.
he could do it again. He could recreate it. If you watch his videos, it's very inspiring.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie, bro. Once I found out about Nick Mira, there are so many nights I would be in bed, bro, on my YouTube, just like sideways like this,
Like studying
and
the shit.
I was just watching his like 1 hour like cookathons, bro.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Every single
On Twitch,
day.
he would do shit like
and
that.
I would just like see how he's doing shit, finding pockets, like how he's making melodies.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned a lot of like, I wouldn't say like sauce, but I learned like technical stuff from him, like how to use like FL
Footwork.
Studio.
He got
yeah,
the
yeah,
footwork.
Yeah. Like I learned like, oh, you press that button to do that. Like,
Yeah.
like you know what I mean? Like actual technical stuff. It's like when you go on, look up like, how do I do that thing in the video game?
No,
like,
of course,
GTA
yeah.
shit or whatever. Yeah, it was like that.
That's fire.
Learning the
That's what I needed
software.
from him.
Learning the software is like 90% of the
Yeah,
battle.
so he taught me the software.
That's
Wow.
dope.
He taught me FL Studio.
Wow,
for real.
shout out Nick Mirror. And
Yeah.
the amount of classics he has, like you don't even have to make beats anymore.
He doesn't
At all.
need to. He doesn't need to.
Do you
Good
play
for
any
him.
instruments by any chance?
So I taught myself piano.
Damn,
That's the
man.
only instrument I know.
I tried
Yeah.
learning piano for like 6 months in 2018 because I like went through a little breakup. So I was trying to play like fucking Juice WRLD shit on the piano. Then I just fell off. But like, bro,
Yeah.
the piano is not easy, bro.
Not at
Like,
all. Not at all.
I could do one hand, and then once the left comes in, I'm like, my brain is fried.
Yeah,
it just
yeah,
doesn't.
yeah.
It doesn't work.
I only do it one hand.
It's
Yeah.
so hard
I
for
don't
me.
know.
It's like my brain just shuts down.
Did
like
you
I
learn
can't.
the music theory?
Not really.
That's
no.
fucking
I didn't
insane.
learn
And your
music.
beats are insane.
Yeah, I
That's
just kind of just played it out and started learning like what keys work with what keys.
Right.
Like, yo, skip that key, it works. You know what I mean? Like stuff
okay.
like that. But I'm not like super advanced technical with the
Right.
piano, but I know how to like get a groove going enough to like start building.
You'll get on your Zaytoven shit, I'm sure.
Yeah, one day we'll get
That's
there.
fire, yeah.
I'm a link with Zay. I'll tell. Give me the secrets, bro. Give me the secrets.
So what was the pandemic like for you? Because you say you kind of started what, like 2017, 2018?
Yeah.
Was there a specific artist that you were making beats for at that time, or was it just random?
It was random. It was
Okay,
random.
word.
I
I,
was
know
just
we were
trying
all
to-
locked in like pandemic time, so I was
Nah,
just
yeah.
curious.
I was definitely just trying to make the best trap beat I could ever make at that time.
Okay. Were
For
you putting
sure.
these out like on YouTube at all?
No,
or?
no. I never put anything out. Because I just wanted to like perfect the shit, you know? I really wanted to get this shit right before I gave it to the world, you know? And honestly, I wanted to find an artist who was like my, like, I guess,
Like Metro and
person I could
Thug
go
or
through.
Metro and Future, like a combo?
Yeah. So I feel like I found that like with 4-5 when I met him, you know?
Right.
It's
So
like,
speak
yo,
about that. Yeah. Well, how'd
yeah.
you guys even, speaking of 4-5.
there it is.
Ugh.
There it is.
So tell us about that, man. How'd you even
Bro,
tap in
crazy
with that?
story. I'm not gonna lie. So
Let's hear it. Let's hear
I
it.
was in a club, bro, rooftop club in New York.
Okay.
And
And what
I-
year was this?
This was like around 2019, I'd say, maybe.
Oh, shit.
Maybe 2018, something
Damn.
like that.
Okay.
It was like I was like with my college boys. So like we came to the city from college, chilling,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And I was walking around, and this dude comes up to me. His name's Rashid. Shout out Rashid. And he's just like, "Yo, are you this guy?" He thought I was someone else. I was like, "Nah, I'm not." He's like, "Oh, you look just like my boy." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Oh shit!" And then I was like, we just started talking.
Yeah.
And he was managing 4-5 at the time, right?
Shit. Okay.
So and I was like, "Yo, I just started making beats recently, whatever." He's like, "Yo, I got an artist." And I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yo, can we get in the studio? Like, I want to like," and I never had an artist on my beats until then, you know. So I was like, "Yo, like, can we get a session or something?" He's like, "Yo, we're going to the studio like in 2 nights or something. Like,
Okay.
slide."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Bet." And then I actually ended up hitting 5 like on my own, right? And I was like, "Yo, like, what's up? Like,
Was
I met
he
your
4-5
manager.
at the time? Or
Yes, always CM
Okay.
4-5. That was always his Instagram.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
he never had nothing else.
Okay.
And I was just like, yo, like, I met your manager. Like, what's the word?
Mm-hmm.
And then I found out he lived near me. So I was like, yo,
shit.
I literally drove to him, picked him up for that session
Yeah.
that day, and we drove into the city together, bro. And I was playing a bunch of beats.
Yeah, he was
in the
fucking
car
with it?
ride. He was just like freestyling on shit. And the first song we ever did, I don't know if you ever seen the song Presidential. It's off. He took it off his YouTube just because like the
Presidential.
branding wise.
Yeah.
But like it was one of the first shits we ever. It was actually the first song we ever made.
Wow.
And he put it out, shot a video to it in front of the Montclair store in Soho.
Damn.
Crazy.
Bruh.
And that was the start of it all, bro. That was
How many
it.
songs you guys made that night?
That
you
night?
remember?
I think we made like 6 songs that night for sure.
Damn. Okay.
But he works like a
Presidential.
monster, bro.
Yeah.
He just like 10 minutes, it's done. You know.
Damn. How would you say you work? You work that way as well?
Yeah. With the beats, I like to like no more than 15, 30 minutes, you know. If it's taking longer than that, there's something seriously wrong with the beat.
Yeah. Nah, that's what's up. Damn, I didn't know that, bro.
That actually sparks a question from me because sometimes producers, they'll find a beat that they made years ago.
Yeah.
And it's like they never really thought of it being something that they could use or like never found the right artist. Have you ever had a situation like that?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely have beats that like
Or like something you slept on and actually like it went crazy?
honestly, I would say the My Bitch Got Bitches 2 beat, something I slept on heavy.
Really?
That I didn't even think anyone would like. And then even when he made the song, I still didn't like it. I was the only one in the room of like 15 people who like
Everybody's
actually
gassed up. You're like,
gassed
oh,
up,
yeah,
bro,
that's
gassed
facts.
up. And I'm like, this is like what? But mind you, I'm fried at this point. Like we were in LA at the time making like 10 songs a night, like 7 nights in a row. And it's just like, when you're in that, like you can't even judge what you're making at that point. You're just like so like
You're too stuck in it.
you're too stuck in it, and like you might latch on to something that like actually is not it.
Right.
You might like I might latch on like, yo, I think we just made one of them ones, and then like a week later I'm like, okay, that shit was not really the one. You know what I mean? It's
That's
weird. It's you get into this weird twilight zone that you can't like judge your own shit until like later. You know?
You gotta let
So
the people decide. For sure.
and they definitely decided, and it was the right decision. And I came around like a week later. You know, I was like, okay, this is
my
one of
bitch,
them.
I get bitches too.
Yeah,
It's like-
yeah, it's crazy. It's
That's
crazy.
fire, man. What would you say like that first song that you was like, oh yeah, this the one, or it didn't even end up being the one necessarily, but one that you thought would be, oh yeah, this is it.
Honestly, bro, when we made Love My Tone, that was like our first song that me and him made together. That I was like so confident to play for people.
Yeah.
Like if I got around anyone, like if I was around you, you're like, yo, play me what you're working on. First,
be
I'm
that.
running to that one.
Right.
Because I know if I play it for you, you're going to be like, oh, you're making some shit. You know what I mean? Versus anything else where it's like, oh, maybe, like, you know?
Right.
It was like, I knew that was something.
That's
Like,
dope.
you know,
I
that
think
was
I think we all have that piece of work that we're so proud of. That's the first thing you show.
I have
people.
to show it to
Yeah,
you.
like him as a YouTuber,
Yeah, I
or
would
me
do
as a
a certain
videographer.
video.
Right.
We have those personal favorites for
Right,
sure.
yeah. Where you know that people are like gonna respect
that's
what
that
you got
shit,
going
yeah.
on. Yeah.
Type shit.
Yeah, it's important. And you that's what we do it for.
for
That's
sure.
what we do. Whatever we do creatively, I feel like that's what we do it for.
Do you have a favorite beat from any of these projects, like Mac 1, Mac 2?
My favorite beat,
Yeah.
I gotta say the 4PF beat.
Ooh,
That's my favorite one, just because it
that
takes
shit
me
is
to
gas.
it takes me to like a
like
smooth
4PF?
world.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the way it sounds, it's like low mid.
Where'd
like,
you get that? Dun, 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 like, you know
Honestly,
that
that's from my
sound?
boy ZT, bro. He sent me the loop. ZT and Soldado.
Nice.
They sent me that loop, and it was just the perfect moment. We were in LA in the which one was it? It was in the Interscope Studios. It was when they were thinking about signing us and
Yeah.
shit. So they had us in the craziest studio with Dr. Dre's original board and stuff. It was like, you felt chills in there.
Damn.
Yeah, so like when I heard that, I was like, yo, I got to cook this right now. Like this is the one. And then everyone's just crowded around the island, and we're just rapping, freestyling on the beat. And then
Yeah.
Five's just like, I think my pocket's full PF. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm like, yo, you got to start the song like that.
That's hard.
And that's it. That's where it came from. But yeah, that beat is definitely like my favorite beat I've worked on for sure.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's fire.
I'm still looking for like a sound like that's that smooth, you know? It's not many people make it or
Yeah.
even know how to make it. It's just like
Yeah.
it's just special.
What keeps you so hungry still to this day, you
bro.
know?
Just I'm never satisfied, bro. Honestly, I'm
Fair.
never satisfied.
I'm kind of like that
Job's
too.
not done.
The job is
Yeah.
not done, and even when
Shout
you
out to
think it's
Kobe.
done, it's not done, bro. Like, you know, because once you get one, you want another and another and another. Like,
There's
That's
always
what keeps me
another
going.
echelon to reach for sure.
yeah, yeah.
I know what you
And
mean.
I also like nice things, and like, so like, you know,
I've seen you pull up in the Goyard.
yeah, like
My
I
man
like
got a
nice
whole
things.
Goyard bag, like at least 3K in a bag. Shit.
Yeah, I like nice things, so like that keeps me going too, you know. Not saying that anyone should do like this shit for like things, but like you need to love it first, otherwise you'll get burnt out real fast. But like if you need a little extra something, nice things is
Yeah,
nice,
a
you
good
know?
livelihood can really push you.
You know, it'll push you, bro. And I also like I'm a family oriented type of person, bro.
Nice.
And like I want to like build a good life, like
For your
not just for
family.
myself, but like for my kids and like everything, you know,
Facts.
everything like that.
Word,
yeah.
I heard you got 4 kids, bro. How's that?
One day, watch. I'm gonna look back on this. I'm gonna show them. Like, look,
Yeah, we got work to do. We only got. Yeah.
we do got work to do. We do got
sure.
work to do.
What are some other producers that like really inspire you like right now? Like
Right now,
yeah, in the game. I'm sure there's a
Honestly,
bunch.
honestly, my boy Synthetic, bro.
Synthetic.
That
okay.
man is a
That's gas.
workhorse, bro.
That's
Yeah,
gas.
and he's a night owl too. He'll work till like 8 in the morning, sleep till like 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Slowly wake up, show up to a session at like 10 p.m. and then do it all over again.
Damn.
And like he's got a whole ecosystem of people, bro, like producers, and the way he pumps shit out or his team pumps shit out is just like I never seen it before. So I gotta give it to him. Like
Shout out Synthetic,
he's
word.
definitely someone I look at and it's just like, yo, whether it's the beats or just like the business end, it's like it all comes together over there.
Right,
and
right,
like I definitely take inspo from that. And I'm
Damn.
just like,
I
yo,
want to ask, what's the process like when it comes to working with up and coming or newer artists? Because when somebody has like more of an established catalog, you know, there is that in between, like, yeah, like he's hard as fuck,
Yeah.
but there's also opportunities where like established artists want your work too.
Yeah.
Like, how do you, and or if you could speak on Synthetic, you don't have to, but how do you guys like go about that process, like
Yeah.
working with newer people?
Nah, so it's kind of like it's a few categories, I would say. Like, so if I'm working with like a new artist that I haven't worked with, but they have like established career, you know, like we all know them type shit, like I'm definitely gonna have to go back on like some of their older work, take inspo from that to build like, you know, what I'm gonna play for them. You know, I might add some of my own flavor to it, but like there is kind of, I guess you could say there is a box to be put in when you're working with someone that already is established or they have a sound, quote unquote. Like, especially if they're not in a transitional period where they're like trying to change their sound, you kind of got to stick to a blueprint, if that makes sense. And like you could change a couple things here and there, but for the most part, they want you in that box for them to like feel comfortable.
Right.
But then like when
That's
I
not
work,
difficult for you though. Like
it is a little difficult because it's like it's not even that it's difficult. It's just not as fun because it's like
it's more work at that point.
it's work at that point, you know. And I kind of want to just have fun with it.
Yeah.
Let's
So,
come up
like-
with some cool new shit, you know?
Yeah,
type
so
shit.
that's the thing. So when I work with someone who's like really up and coming, like brand new, like just getting their foot in the door, just establishing their sound, that's more fun for me because now I'm like, yo, like I can really just do whatever the hell I want on this
In a
beat.
sense, you're making their sound.
Right. Like recently I worked with this kid, Ecstasy. I don't know if you
Yeah,
heard
we
of
had
him.
him
Oh,
on
of
our
course, we had
podcast.
him on our podcast.
That ass?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Haiko's working with him now as well. So
Well, it depends. There's 2 ecstasies.
Yeah,
oh,
there's
I'm
a
talking
few.
about ECH.
Okay, it's a different
Oh,
one.
okay,
then.
okay,
Okay,
okay.
oh,
We
it's a
had-
different
we
one.
had
There's another
XTS.
one. There's another
Okay,
one
okay,
with
yeah, yeah.
XTSY.
No, I'm
That's the
talking
one,
about
yeah.
Ek.
Fair,
Ecstasy.
fair.
Yeah. So me and him got in the room and I was playing him some stuff and like he fucked with some beats and whatever, but I could tell he wasn't like fully there with it, if that makes sense. So then I opened up the project to one beat and then I just started doing just like crazy brain rot shit, bro. Like I start just like boosting the 808 to like all hell, like the hi-hat stupidly loud, like
Yeah.
just everything, like breaking every rule type shit.
Yeah.
And like he's 14 years old. And like
So
as
close.
I'm
He wants Xavier So bass beats.
no, but it's even beyond that. It's like he wants you to push the sound to a different level. So I see his eyes, bro, lighting up as I'm doing those things.
Yeah.
It's lighting. I'm taking a regular beat. I didn't even change no patterns or nothing, but I'm just mixing it basically.
Yeah.
And his eyes slowly start like perking up, and I'm like, oh my god, like what's going on here? Like, you know, I'm breaking every rule, like every rule. Like,
and you've never done that before?
There's no YouTube video that will tell you to like do the things I was doing on that beat, bro. They would tell you not to do that.
Yeah.
But he loved it, and I bet you anything, there's like a bunch of other 13, 14, 15-year-olds that's what they want. They want shit that like is bad but good, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
like,
no.
Bad to like a 30-year-old, but insane to a 14-year-old.
That's fun.
You know, and that's so much fun for me because it's like, bro, like it's making me feel 14. Like now I feel young as fuck, you know.
Yeah.
Because of that, and then it's great because now I take that and I apply it to my sound. Like I could, whenever I'm working with people I normally work with, I could bring some of those elements in, and now I'm doing new shit. Dope. You know, like, and then people hear and they're like, oh shit, like it's refreshing. Like I never heard something like that. What, for better or for worse, you know.
You're a Long Island guy.
Yeah.
Now, how do you feel about working with some Long Island artists? I feel like there's a real good sound bubbling in Long Island, and there's some artists that are super fire. Yeah. Like, do you ever feel like, man, I can reach out and maybe work with some of these artists?
I'm not gonna lie, you guys got to put me on to who I gotta work with.
There's
out here.
Rabs.
Okay.
There's Patek. There's Scene.
Yeah.
There's Wolf.
Yeah.
Wolf is unbelievable, and he hasn't dropped. In my knowledge, I don't think he's dropped a single song.
Yeah,
really.
And he's been working on his craft for 3 years.
I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not even trying to be like disrespectful. I personally have not heard any of those names yet.
Yeah.
So like, you gotta really put me on because I gotta dive into that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't even know that there's a bubbling scene like out here right now. Yeah. Because I know the city scene, like New York, like Brooklyn, whatever.
Obviously, there's Zilla Kami too.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, obviously, I already know about that. But like newer, up and coming people, I swear I haven't heard it yet. So
for sure.
I definitely got to see what that is and what that's about. Because bro, I would love to.
No, for sure.
Especially if it's from my original.
We're gonna put you on. We're gonna put you on for sure.
Yeah, I gotta know.
Reed's November, of course.
Yeah. Yes. I know him.
He was on Black Boy Max's shit.
Wow. Shout out Reed.
And Hunter Yard is from Long Island. He did the
Cocaine Nose beat
for
Playboy Cardi.
Wow.
He's from Hempstead.
That's one of them.
I don't want to get it wrong. But he's from Long Island,
yeah. We had him on our podcast as well. We're a cool guy.
Yeah. I wouldn't have known any of this.
He's working on Dying. He's with fucking Filthy and all of them.
Yeah. That's amazing.
And I'm from Brooklyn, but Long Island is like my second home. So like, you know, finding out about these artists, or we're trying to like, because we always say like certain artists when they're from Long Island, or they don't really like to rep Long Island. So like when you think of Long Island, you might think of Lil Tecca, you know, but there's not really like Charlie, yes. Yeah. But like I feel like there still has yet to be someone that's humongous that really reps Long Island. Other than Lil Tecca, he does shout out Long Island. He says he learned lacrosse from here and shit like that.
I just feel like Long Island, like
they don't rep it. I feel like I don't know what it is.
It doesn't have enough like culture. Long Island, like historically, not like literally, but historically, there hasn't been enough like stuff that has happened in music and just like culture for people to be like, yo, Long Island, like they got something brewing. But like so much has happened in Brooklyn, so much has happened from the Bronx,
or like
so much has happened from the city.
Even a lot of the culture in Long Island is forgotten. Like people don't know Biz Marquis is from Central Islip, like where we're at right
old
now.
School,
Fucking Craig Mack, like I swear, like 98% of the people watching won't know who those people are, but like those were in the 90s type shit.
No, I know some of those names.
And I feel like now is a perfect opportunity for that, like just to build Long Island. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's another thing about Long Island? I feel like people who are from here getting into the scene, it's like you have to go to Brooklyn for a session or like to collab with someone, or you have to go into the city.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like certain people, like if you want to make certain moves, or there's a show, or there's an event, like it's always in the city or in Soho.
That's why we're here.
You know what's so crazy?
That's why
we're
trying to do shit out here.
I had mentioned that Long Island's brewing something.
Yeah.
He has an incredible studio. That's Rabs, by the way.
Yeah. Right.
Fucking 631 Studios, where we're at right now, has Zilla Kami, fucking Lloyd Banks, like mad random people coming here.
Legend.
38 Special.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know what that is, but he's part of Griselda and shit with Benny the Butcher and them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like all them guys, Benny the Butcher come here and shit. So I feel like now's the perfect opportunity. I believe you have a studio here.
Yeah.
And like we can really build a nice ecosystem. We got I Am music producers here. We got you. You know, where's Synthetic from? Is he from?
No, he's from LA right now.
LA. Okay.
He's in LA.
But yeah, just in general, like I feel like now's the time.
Yeah.
He's Rabs is streaming like. He's on his Black Boy Max shit now. Like he's actually like he's on his way there. Like we got the whole streaming aspect. So I'm personally excited. We got me.
Yeah.
You know, shout out
talking
me.
shit, Joe.
We got the
Colossal
people.
shit.
We got the people.
You know?
We just need like a reason for people to be here, I guess. Then.
Right,
You know, like there needs to be events, concerts.
Venues too. AMH, which is like a classic, legendary venue for a lot of people's first performance. Chow Lee, fucking everybody that came out of Long Island. They just renovated. It's now a 500-person room.
Yeah.
We're actually doing an event there.
Yeah, I was telling them before.
Yeah, there's a bunch of new shit going on. You obviously know about Huntington Paramount.
Yeah.
Like, so Long Island's definitely coming along, which is exciting.
So we're trying. We're trying.
It's time.
Well, when you hear a certain song, is there like, have you ever heard your shit play like as just like walking or like somebody in the streets or something? Like, has that ever happened?
Yeah, I've heard it in a car. I've heard
shit'll
Love
make
My
you proud
Tone.
as fuck.
I heard Love My Tone out of a car in Soho once. That was insane.
That's fire.
That was great. It wasn't close to me. It was like a little far, but I heard. I picked it up.
That's
and
awesome.
then there was this party, bro. You know No Strings, right?
Yeah.
Isadora and them, they do those. So they had a crazy.
Those shows be cool too.
Yeah,
those
crazy.
Events, yeah.
They had a crazy party. I think it was, I forget if it was Halloween or it was like one of those holidays. But they had a crazy party. They had Destroy Lonely hosting and a few other people. My boy Zetra was DJing, and I'm just like at the bar getting a drink, and all of a sudden he's playing My Bitch Got Bitches Too, and I'm just like, yo, because the heads that were there, bro.
Yeah. Damn.
It was some heads there.
Yeah.
And like for that to be played, I'm like, yo, like these heads are hearing this song. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like whether they've heard it before or not, like
That's your shit, bro.
that meant a lot. Like that meant a lot to me because I was like, bro, that's special. You
That's
know what I mean?
awesome.
That's special to me. So in terms of like in a public space, that was like the craziest space just because of like the ears that it was touching.
Yeah.
That's what it was for me.
Damn, that's awesome to hear, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sure like at a show too. I mean, you probably been to a bunch, but like, you know, like damn, I made that shit. You know?
Yeah.
You were that literal meme. You know that meme where it's like the guy in the corner while everybody's
Oh.
dancing? He's like,
They have no
don't know
idea.
I made-
That's how I was.
With the drink in your hand. Like,
Like, you don't want to tweak out too much.
I
You don't want to be
wanted
like, yo, that's
I wanted
me.
to tell the dude next to me like, yo, gang, that's me.
But you just sipping your shit like,
Nah,
fuck.
like that's so real, bro.
it's so
That's
easy
real.
to be, especially in the moment. Like, yo, I made that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Now I saw one of those memes. I was like, this is like a bunch of, you know, it's like they have no idea I was 10th Prestige in Modern Warfare 2.
Word.
I really was though. I
This
really
room
was.
has no idea I was.
I really was though.
Yo, you fuck with COD 6? What about Warfare? What you fucking with games? You fuck with games?
Yeah, I do.
I just got back into it. I ain't gonna hold you.
So I'm not gonna lie, bro.
12 years later.
I'm cold at FIFA, bro.
Okay, word.
I'm one of them at FIFA.
Damn.
Okay.
And then I used to be on MW2 for sure when I was younger.
of
I'm fucking with
course.
Black Ops
Quick
6.
scoping and all that?
Yeah,
Nice.
I was
Come on,
going
bro.
crazy, bro. 100 kill games, like.
Oh, you bugging.
I was a sweat. I still am a sweat. Even when I get on it now, I play like I'm a sweat. I'm not as good as I
I ain't gonna
was.
hold you.
But I'm a sweat.
The most I got was 74 kills, which was like last week.
I'll be
And
going
I
off,
hadn't
John.
played in 12 years.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not bad. It's clean.
I don't
It's clean.
talk about it, but you see me, boy.
Yeah.
I'll be
He
wild.
gets tight when he joins the lobby because it gets so much more difficult.
Yeah.
'Cause-
He gets
you're
mad
nice?
because his
I
rank,
think so.
His rank makes like the game lobby like harder. I'm like, yo, man,
okay.
chill the fuck.
He's
I know
nice
what
at
you mean.
MLB though, like MLB the show. I still gotta play him though. He be on his baseball shit. Are you into sports like that?
I
Like,
am. I used to play. I used to play basketball, football, baseball. I
Nice.
sucked at baseball, but I was good
That's
at
fair.
basketball. and
Baseball's
football.
not
He
easy.
was like a
bro.
small forward in basketball or some shit.
Yeah, nah, actually, power forward. Power forward.
shit.
Yeah.
Word?
Yeah.
Word?
Well,
How tall are
so
you?
here's the thing. I'm 6'1".
Okay.
So I was a power forward in high school, and then we recruited some guys, and they were pretty tall.
Yeah.
So I had to actually go to sixth man, and
Okay.
I was like a small forward.
Yeah, I feel like that
'Cause
fits
we
you
had
a lot
much
better.
taller guys.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
yeah.
like shit, 6'1" being powerful.
But before those guys came in, I was the second tallest guy on the team.
Oh,
so
shit.
it made sense for me to be power forward. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But once they came in, it was like, bro, small forward. which is makes me, like you said, makes way more
Who's your
sense.
game comp? Like, who would you compare yourself? I used to, as a joke, I used to always say like Boris Diaw. They
don't know about Boris
Yo,
Diaw.
who's the guy
I
people
could
would
dribble, I
compare
could
me
shoot.
to? Honestly, like when I play now, people like to compare me to Jokic, but I don't really play. I don't really
That's
play
high
like
praise.
him.
That's a high
I don't
praise.
really
the-
play like him.
The play style or like
I just
why
think
do
it's
they
the way
compare
I
you?
look, honestly,
Okay,
on the court
okay.
with a tank top on, like the way I look.
Like when you're out of breath,
I got a Jokic look to me,
man, sweaty and
but
shit.
I don't really play like a Jokic. I don't really know who I play like. I like
play
three.
like-
I like shooting threes
Okay.
Yeah.
for sure. I
Austin
like
Reeves
passing.
type shit?
I like playing intense defense.
Okay.
Okay.
You know,
You
like,
a hack?
Pascal
No,
Siakam
no,
shit?
I'll fuck with you.
Nah, I used to though.
Pascal Siakam
Pascal
shit.
Nah, I don't know. Maybe. When I was in high school, I my specialty on the team was to be the guy in the short corner, so not at the
Oh,
3-point
short corner
line.
three.
So like they'll drive
Bruce
and then
Bowen
they'll
shit.
kick it like right there, and I should hit it
Little
from
midi?
the side,
Okay.
like a
That's
midi
right.
from the side.
Bruce
Okay,
Bowen
okay.
shit.
Yeah,
Spurs.
yeah. But then like
That's
you
some
know,
LaMarcus Aldridge shit.
Shane Battier.
LaMarcus Aldridge shit. You know what I'm saying?
Shane
Udonis
Battier is not
Haslam.
bad.
He's
That's
fu-
legit.
he's-
That's a
yeah.
good one. That's a good one.
Nah, do you have a favorite team in the league or?
I'm a LeBron fan.
Lakers.
So
Let's go.
wherever he's at, that's my team.
So what happened with his thumb the other day?
I
Did
did.
you see that?
I did. But nothing can break. on
Yeah,
his body,
nah,
so.
nothing. he
He's
is,
like 3% body fat. Like
Yeah,
he's good.
when he retires, I don't know what I'm gonna
Oh,
do.
that documentary
I
on
might just be a Knicks
Netflix.
fan.
Whenever it does come out, damn, that shit's gonna be
Craziest
Like,
documentary.
He's gonna drop it on his own platform for sure.
like
Yeah.
can you imagine that though? Like him coming up and then playing with his son. Like that documentary is gonna be fucking crazy, bro.
out of
Like,
control.
that shit doesn't even make sense.
Out of control.
What
He's
about
dope.
football? You have a favorite team or no?
Football? Damn.
I'm a Giants fan.
Honestly,
but they suck cock. So.
I haven't watched football, bro.
Yeah.
I haven't been watching football
Word.
at all.
Yeah, I don't watch
I used to
football.
be a Tom Brady fan for sure. It's weird. Like I'm a fan of players, not teams.
Oh, that's fair.
That's the thing. Like I don't know.
You
I
know,
never
it's-
really cared for
it's
teams.
insane. I was a coach, a middle school basketball, football, and baseball coach.
Yeah.
And basketball and baseball, that's my bread and butter.
Yeah.
But football, I did not even watch football. I played it and stuff. Like I know X's and O's and shit.
Yeah.
But I had
John
no
will go
business.
crazy in
I had
football,
no
bro.
business coaching. that
Imagine
team.
John with the shoulder pads and all that shit.
Bro, that was
He's
nice.
knocking your
I just didn't really
ass
like
out.
football.
Over with.
I just didn't really like football.
I hate watching
I ain't gonna hold you. That shit
Fair.
kind of sucked. Getting hurt every day in practice, fuck that, bro.
I hate watching it, but I love playing it. Like it's no better feeling than hitting someone for free. Like you telling me I can hit someone and not go to jail, bro? Like, come on, man.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's living right there. Like that's
Speaking
living.
of-
I low key got a concussion. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
it's
saying? That
easy to-
shit's-
yeah.
Speaking of hitting, are you into wrestling, like WWE or anything like that?
Nah,
or
I'm
no?
not really into that stuff.
That's fair.
I'm
I'm
not
into
really
that shit
into it.
heavy.
I like UFC though.
Oh, okay,
UFC's
word.
fire.
Yeah.
UFC's fire. I'm not like into it like in the culture, but like
Yeah.
You don't
I
play
fuck
ping
with
pong?
Let's play something.
You ever play
You
frisbee?
want to play some ping pong?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh nah, but back to this. I wanted to ask you. I just remembered.
Yeah.
You remember when Ye tweeted about 4-5?
Yes,
How
I
you-
do.
How'd you tweet
Yes,
about
I do.
4-5? That's
How'd
so
you
different.
feel when you saw that tweet, bro?
It's like
You
we,
didn't see the tweet?
Nah.
we made it.
Yeah,
We made it.
I don't know the exact words, but he was like, "Yeah, I stole 4-5 swag. So what?
Oh,
Yup.
really?
Yeah,
The all white shit." What he said? He's like, "I'm not." He wa-
But I'm not gonna lie though, when you really look
That's
back at
crazy.
it though, like he kind of did. and I don't know if he did like for real. It might have just been for like one day. But if you really look back, bro, like the fit he posted, yeah.
Oh,
so
nah,
first
for
of all,
real?
the caption was clean. Right after we dropped Clean Money.
Yeah.
Second, he's wearing all white. He's wearing a type of shoes Five would wear.
Oh my god.
On top of that, he took the flick in a warehouse that looked exactly like the warehouse for the extra video. If you look at the extra video, matter of fact, it's low key like he dressed like the extra video. And that's real. I'm like, yay,
At
come
least he
at me,
said it,
bro.
though.
Come say something. Like, say something, yay. Like,
At least
you know,
he admitted it,
and
though.
honestly, bro, like, it is what it is, bro. Like on a serious topic, like,
Yeah.
that happens. Like, that's gonna happen, especially like with Five, the way he is, the way he like is always on top of shit, like always like seeing what's new, what's coming up, bro. Like, people are always gonna take something from him
Yeah.
because he's just like too forward thinking. Like, how can you not? Like, you know, when you see someone with a cool fit,
Yeah.
it's natural. Like, you see someone with a cool fit, you're like, yo, I like those pants. Like, those pants are it. Like, I need something like that. It's natural. It's like human tendency, bro. Like, so it's not like stealing. It's just like, yo, I see that, and like I see you. Now I'm gonna do it like this, and maybe I can do it better. You know? But bro,
Let
that's
me
real.
ask real quick, because when we had Haiko on, he hinted
Shout out
at,
Haiko.
he hinted at a feature with Young Thug and 4-5. Do you know anything about that?
I don't know anything about that, but it might be in a vault that he knows about.
Okay.
He has a special little vault that no one has the keys to.
Anything
Fair
that
enough.
you know of that's like, it might not see the light of day because of clearance or whatever, but like any like features.
There is a feature that's happening right as we speak that is fire. I think it's gonna be fire.
Word.
And when I say as we speak, I mean like literally like it might be being recorded right now.
That's hard.
Nice. He got a song
The
with
artist,
Young Jock.
the artist name starts with a C. That's my only hint.
That's fire.
That's my only hint.
Sierra? No.
Yeah. It's Sierra.
Molly Santana shit? Nah.
Nah.
That would be hard. 4-5 Molly Santana.
That would be hard. That would be hard. Yo, let's make it happen. Shoujo, come on. Radiate. Those are my
How
guys.
old you with, Molly?
We can make it happen.
Do you have a favorite like 4-5 performance? Or no?
Gotta be the Huntington one.
Oh, word?
I was
Yeah.
there. That was a cool moment because I got to like
Yeah.
take video and photo of his family and shit.
Yeah, that
was fire.
the family aspect, like what it meant to him, like the fact that you know Little Vincent's, right? The pizza spot.
Oh,
Of course. Yeah.
So like
yeah.
when we first started like being cool and like working and stuff, I would pick him up. We would get Little Vincent's
Right.
almost every day before we would cook up.
That sounds like us at the old
Type
studio.
shit. Yeah.
So like the fact that the Paramount is literally on the block of Little Vincent, it just like meant something to us. Like it felt good in my heart. Like
Yeah.
the fact that his family was there, my family, that was my family's first time seeing his show.
Right.
Like, bro, that shit like that
That's
shit almost
awesome.
brought tears to my eyes.
No,
bro.
that's
just,
awesome,
just
bro.
seeing that shit, bro. Like it was crazy. It confirmed everything, you know?
Nice.
Yeah,
I was
that was
gonna-
definitely my favorite one.
I was gonna say too. I see 4-5 has been kind of flooding the streets a little bit.
Yep.
You know, I
yep.
saw-
It's that time.
What was the name? I don't know. Does he have a name yet for the song that where he's like, we just made a song?
Oh,
Does that have a name yet?
so here's the thing. Like I
that
name
beat is insane.
I
by
name
the way.
pretty much every song just because it's like, you know, we make it, bounce it. I rarely will ask like, what do you think I should name it? Sometimes I will, but like usually I know what to name it.
Yeah.
So I named it You a Hoe.
You a hoe?
I named it You a Hoe because he said stomp him in some Ugg boots. You a hoe.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, like I like that. But honestly, listening back, there are so many names, bro. Like,
That would make sense
That would
for
make
it.
sense, and everything people were commenting like makes perfect sense. Like
Yeah.
I'm cool with any of those names.
Okay.
I'm cool with any of those names. But as of now, it's called You a Hoe.
Fair. That's fire.
Yeah.
Can you speak on? I don't know if you can. It's up to you. But is there a reason why he kind of took a little break and then now he's just suddenly flooding the market like that?
Yeah,
or-
nah, it's just without getting into too much detail, it's just real life stuff, bro. Like you know, like this music shit, like everyone sees it for what it is. Like they see the music videos, they see the shows, they
Right.
think like, oh, you know, everything's amazing all the time, but like sometimes real life stuff happens. You know, relationship stuff,
Yeah.
friendships, like you know, everything, bro. Business, you know, so many things come into it, like.
Right.
Or sometimes you're just not feeling like it, you know? Like sometimes you just want to like relax.
There is
you know?
such thing as burnout too.
Yeah, we're
People don't
humans.
like to.
We're
yeah,
humans
people
at
don't
the
like
end
to
of the
admit that,
Yeah, so you know, had to like, you know, take a little step back, regroup, you know, come up with like the new vibes, you know? And I think you could see it in the recent
sure.
snippets, the recent songs, like it's a new energy, you know?
Yeah. I'm seeing the confidence.
And-
Not that he
and
never
you need
didn't
that.
have it, but
yeah, no, you need that. You need to like take a step back sometimes because if you just keep pushing and pushing, first of all, people get bored of that shit, you know, and then it's like you never really grow like that. You just you stay the same person forever, and like I'm sure you could see so many artists in this game who
Yeah.
like come in, they get their light, and then they just keep doing the same thing, and then like you're like, all right, bro, like
Yeah.
Gets
how
a
many
little
times am I?
stagnant.
Yeah, it's stagnant. I'd rather you go away for a year. You know, I'd rather you go away, do something else, maybe work with someone new or whatever you got to do, bro. Like, and then come back with the right energy.
Right.
And then, bro, I'm gonna be like, yo, it's as if it's day one. You know?
You working with Six?
Yeah, we got some songs together for sure. Yeah, we have a few on.
Tell me a little bit about him.
Play It
Yeah.
Cool is fire, by the way. That's my shit.
He's been going crazy. He's been going crazy. Shit. What do you want to know? Let me know.
Shit. What's his social? Nah. Is he Dominican?
I'm not really sure. I think he is.
Where's he
I think
from?
I don't want to say it with
think he's
being
from
wrong,
Brooklyn,
but
no?
he's
looks
from
to me.
Brooklyn. He's
Brooklyn.
from Brooklyn. Yeah,
Okay.
He's from Brooklyn. For
And
sure.
he what's he got in the works, man? I know.
I know he's definitely working on a tape. He's just doing singles right now. I know he got signed recently for sure. So
like a distribution deal type shit.
I think so. I don't know all the details, but I know that he's got some business going on right now.
Nice.
So you
Shout
know
out
that's,
Haiko.
that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Haiko, bro. Haiko, let's just talk about Haiko for a second, bro.
Yeah.
Cause like that man is a demon, bro. That man is a demon, and like he deserves all the flowers, bro.
Yeah.
Like because he came in obviously into me and 4Five's life, bro, and like he took what we were doing and just amplified it, bro. Like he got us our first headline show. Like he got us label meetings. Like he came into our life, bro, and immediately we're in LA taking meetings with labels and shit like that, and shit starts getting serious, bro.
Right.
And then he did it once, and then he did it again, and he's gonna do it again. And now people are calling him, yo, help me out with my artist, help me out with this, that.
I
Bro,
told him
because he just,
he's like the modern day, like he's working towards being the modern day like A$AP Yams.
Yeah,
I told him that when he was on the podcast.
Yep. That's so real. That's so real. He really is. And like he's just professional, and then also not professional in the perfect like way, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
I get it.
It's like the perfect balance.
He just gets it.
He gets it. Yeah. He understands what it is,
And he's for the culture too. He's not just one of those just doing it for the bread of business. Like he knows music. He knows the scene.
Right.
You know,
And
knows
he used
what
to make
works.
music. He used to make music, so he understands the pain that goes into that, and how hard it is. So like he comes with like empathy first, just for the process.
I like that.
And then boom, we're gonna get this shit.
No, I'm saying he's genuinely a good dude too. So it's,
Yeah.
you root for that shit.
Yep,
And he's a great DJ too. Let's talk about it.
And he's a harsh critic. And he's a harsh ass critic.
You
And I
know?
like that because like you need that on the team, bro. Like
He would tell you straight up if something's caca?
You need people who are not yes men, bro. Like that's the most. And I'm also not a yes man either. Like it's like you need people who are like, yo, gang, come on, we could do better than that. Like you know what I mean? And like he's one of those people. You know?
When do you say that though? Because I work with artists as well. I manage 2 artists, and I like to let it play out a little bit before
Like in the moment?
Yeah, like
That's the
literally
right way.
being in the booth saying no, switch it up. I feel like that's kind of fucked.
Yeah, so like
you gotta wait till like it materializes because you
Yeah.
yourself may never know.
Yeah,
like what
you're
comes
right.
out of it.
You gotta pick your places. Like you gotta pick your battles, I guess you could say. Like the way I approach it is like when working with artists is like I'm gonna let you do what you want to do for like maybe a month. Let's just say, I'll give an example. And if I'm really like, okay, that direction you went in for that month really wasn't it, then I'm gonna tell you. But I'm gonna give you like 100 chances to fail or succeed, And because sometimes you might not get it the first day, and then you might not get it the second day, but maybe someone's onto something and you just got to give them like a little bit of time, And then you're like, oh, I see. Or it wasn't like the right thing to do, and then you got to let them know like, yo, let's change it,
Right.
Those types of beats, or maybe not, we shouldn't do that anymore, or the way you're saying those bars like that, maybe we shouldn't do that anymore, But like, and then in a session, again, pick your battles. Like if someone's starting a song out, let them feel it out. If you could feel that they're really struggling, then if you have a little flow in your head, give it to them, or if they're stuck on a bar but something hit your head, give them like 2 chances, 3 chances, then say it to them, because they might just get it on the 3rd chance and you spoke too early and fucked up the vibe,
Type shit.
Yeah.
type shit.
So it's like it's a balancing act. Like you just got to play the game.
That's interesting.
It's a game.
So how many songs, or you probably don't know how many, but like, is there songs that you were like, yo, this is fire, and it didn't make the tape? And you're like, yo, this needs to come out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So fucking.
Because
So
4Five and other artists you've worked with, like their albums are relatively short
Yeah.
for what today's examples are like 18, 20 songs,
Yeah.
Cardi 30 songs.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's songs that you're like begging to come out.
100%. There's a few songs that like I really wish made multiple tapes that we worked on.
Tell them a few. Tell 4-5 like, yo,
Man,
throw it on the SoundCloud.
people need to hear Printed Paper, gang. That's one of them ones.
Damn.
Okay.
Printed Paper. There's a song we made recently that's like a sound that I don't think anyone's heard yet. It's like a jerk trap type vibe. So it's like got jerk elements, but it's for all intents and purposes, it's trap.
Okay.
And the way it sounds, bro, and the way he comes in on it is so fucking cold, bro. And it's like, I need him to fucking drop that song, bro, because like, I know, like there's certain songs that I just know that people are gonna react a certain way to, and you're gonna feel it. Like you're gonna feel it, and yeah, it's just there's a lot that goes into picking songs that drop, you know, because it's like you want songs that are gonna perform well,
Right.
you know, like at a concert. So that's a huge aspect. Like, can you envision performing it? So like a song like I just mentioned, Printed Paper, y'all haven't heard it, but like it's like a slower, more like serious, like make you feel something type of song that is not for a show.
Right.
But I bet you anything on like when you're driving in the whip and you
Right.
need to hear something to feel something, and you play that, you're gonna feel what the emotion that was in it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's why I want some songs are like that. And like I categorize music in a few like ways. It's like you got performance songs, and then you got like headphone music.
Right, for
You know what I
sure.
mean? And some artists are the best headphone music artists, and then some artists are the best concert artists. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
And then there's some in between places. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like you gotta pick and choose. And like some albums, like you gotta have the concert songs and the headphone songs. I feel like.
No,
You know?
absolutely. That's a great balance.
Yeah. But like when you're coming up, I feel like artists like to drop the concert songs.
Like
Because
only.
literally only because they know like you're about to go on a little tour with someone, or you might
Right.
be opening up for people, so you need like
Whatever's
that.
hot, they want to open up for
and
somebody.
people feel like that's the more viral songs.
Yeah.
And it's true, it is the more viral songs, but trust me, bro,
know
like
what?
there is like a, I guess you could say like there's
an appetite for that type of music.
appetite's the word. Yeah, there's an appetite for headphone music, bro, because more than half the time, you're with yourself in
Right.
this life. You
Here's
know?
a suggestion. Not that you guys need it at all. Maybe do like a YouTube exclusive music video for that song, or like just like a Lost Files EP, something like that.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like that
for
would be
sure.
fire.
Yeah, and I definitely want to put out
Or
more stuff on
alt account.
SoundCloud. Yeah,
You know how like Yee and other artists, they have alt
Yup.
accounts and shit.
Yeah, we were actually talking about that like a week ago. The alt account idea.
That'd be fun.
And
Nah,
I,
it would.
and I don't know. Obviously, you can't speak for him, but do you feel like 4-5 ever like kind of feels stuck in a sense because he's already built this sound, and he's not afraid, but like, damn, like I don't know if my fans are gonna like this. I don't know. Like, do you feel like he feels like in a box in a sense?
Nah.
Not at all?
That's something like we actually got out of, like the box, I guess you could say, because when we came out, like there was a box we were in, which was like mosh pits and like
Right.
aggressive and all this kind of stuff. And like I guess that's like kind of what we got out of when we like you said, like took a little break or whatever it was. Like now it's like, bro, there's no box. One day we're gonna make a hard ass mosh pit song. Next day we're gonna make some like upbeat, like melodic shit, like the recent one he just dropped,
Right.
like that snippet. There's no box anymore. Now it's just like have fun. Like the biggest thing for me now is fun. Like I want music fun. Like
Nice.
I'm pushing that vibe, like fun.
Can't
one way
take
or
yourself
another.
too serious.
Yeah, that's what it is. We're not taking it serious. Like I feel like in the past it was like, yo, we gotta make some serious like Travis Scott level da.
Right.
Like now it's like, bro, like let's just fucking have fun. Let's put the beats, make the patterns as weird as fucking possible. Like who really cares? Like at this point.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you see what the kids are gravitating towards now. It's just like it's fucking brain rot, damn near. You know? So it's like,
Trust
bro, let's brain rot this shit. Let's brain rotify it.
Speaking of brain rot, I was very proud of Netspin. Him, not so much. But Netspin
Netspin
has
goated.
grown. I know the kids love the
I like Impact. That shit hard. I will
shitty
say
ass
that.
engineering and shit. I know the kids love the shitty engineering
They love
and
it.
the high sub bass, you know, but
Yeah.
I think him like working with whoever he's working with, like the quality of the music like improves so much.
Right.
And I think that's important because he was horrible before.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, shout out Anthony Kilhofer.
Oh, word.
Shout out him.
Okay.
Shout out him.
Because I've always said one thing too, like you guys marketing on point.
Yeah.
Like the marketing team that you guys have is like
The team is 5.
insane.
He's the team.
Yeah.
He's the marketing team, bro.
Oh, for sure.
He's the fucking marketing team. I can't lie.
Yeah.
He's a fucking marketing genius. I tell him every day. I'm like, you a marketing genius, gang. Just keep doing it. That's it.
Anything you want to ask before we get to hot
I was gonna
takes?
ask, is there any dream placements, man, for you?
Dream placement, bro.
Yeah.
That's a great question.
Word.
Honestly, bro, I want to get one with Yeet. One way or another. You know, a lot of my friends work with him.
Yeah.
I definitely would like to get one with him.
That would be super fire, actually.
Who else, bro? Just for history's sake,
Kanye?
Travis.
Oh.
Oh, okay. We could say Kanye.
Trav would be
But
dope.
Travis for sure, like just because of history shit. Like shout out Wonder Girl, bro. Like Wonder Girl is another person
facts.
that like made me want to make
Wonder
beats
Girl's so
at
hard.
like a high level because she's like probably the most meticulous producer I've ever seen in terms of just like sound selection and pockets and like the way she does it is like I don't think anyone could
She
replicate.
has a very
her.
theatrical sound.
Yeah,
I fuck
yeah.
with that heavy.
And no matter how hard you could ever sit and try to replicate it, it's unreplicatable.
You can't.
She is one of one for sure, and like she inspired me. So like, and her doing Travis's shit, obviously like that's one of those that I would love
That's
to get,
fire.
you know,
Word.
and preferably with her. You
That would
know,
be fire.
preferably with her,
Yeah.
just to make my heart happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit. Other
That's
than
dope.
those two, like, there aren't ones that just come to mind that I'm like, yo, I need that. You know,
Right.
there aren't really many. Yeah, for sure.
Any artists you're bumping that some people may not know, or like that you want to work with? You know.
that people don't know, no, but I have been fucking with Nine Vicious's stuff for sure.
Slime is
New shit every day.
He's
It's
super
a
hard
new
at
shit
that
every day.
Nah, he's super hard. I'm not gonna lie. And Thug, we were talking about Thug earlier. Like, Thug was such an inspiration to me and Five. So like seeing someone like paying homage to that and like obviously getting signed by him even. Is
I got his first
so
interview.
cool to see.
His first interview on my channel right now.
Yeah. Oh really?
Yeah.
Yo, congrats.
fire.
Yeah.
Congrats.
He's
That's
talking
dope.
about Wayne on there.
Yeah.
It's more like a vlog style interview, but
Yeah, I'm
hard.
finna be
That's
big
a
as
dub.
fuck. Yeah, I'm
And all the
finna
guys
pop.
love him, bro. All the
She
guys
said she
love
got that
him.
whip. She got a walk. That shit hard as fuck. Now, one last question I had before we get into hot takes.
Yep.
How do you feel about producers in the game today? Do you think they should be getting interviewed more? Do you think they should be more out there? Do you think, or it's find a way to?
Oh yeah, they need to be interviewed just as much as the artists, honestly, bro, because people don't understand like the work that goes into like these projects coming out. Like there are like Telegram, like Telegram,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
There are like Discords and Telegram channels, bro, dedicated to like certain artist sounds. Like there are like Telegram channels, Don Toliver only, placement opportunities, like send your loop for this opportunity, whatever. Like, and every artist has their own folder type shit. And these artists don't even know
I'm
it
in the
exists,
Tana
bro.
Discord.
The
for that
artists
shit.
don't even know it exists, bro.
That's
There's a
insane.
4-5 channel.
For real?
5 didn't even know about it. I didn't even know about it
Holy
until
shit.
someone I work with told
Like
me
for
about
other
it.
producers trying to make that sound? Is that what
Yeah,
you
no,
mean?
not even. Well, yeah, basically like for producers trying to get placements for that
For
artist.
that artist, okay.
So it's like send your ideas here, and then other producers who work with those artists or work with other producers who work with those artists, they're gonna take that work, sift through it, and then get you that opportunity, bro. So there's like a whole ecosystem people don't even know about, and like all these albums, like the way the sound ends up like materializing, like people need to know about that.
Nah, that's
because
fair.
like at the end of the day, like I feel like when people are like going through an album and they're like picking their favorite songs, bro, the beat is a big aspect of why people like a certain song. You
Absolutely.
know, it's not always about what the artist says. Obviously, the artist got to go crazy.
Yeah.
You know, if you hear a crazy beat and then the artist like kind of like shits the bed,
Yeah.
then you're like, okay, this is like, damn,
Yeah,
that sucks.
it's a shame.
I wish I heard someone else on that beat, whatever. But like when they don't shit the bed,
Yeah.
oh man, that shit's going up.
It's kind of how you said earlier about Succubus. Like you didn't even know how Ken could even find that
yeah.
pocket, and that beat alone is just fucking insane.
Yeah.
So it just worked hand in hand.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta
Side
find
note,
that.
I always say that's his best song.
It's one of his best songs.
It's so
It
good.
is one of his best songs. I love that shit, man. Ken, come on. Oh yeah, you know what? That's another placement I really want.
Ken?
That's one of them ones. Yeah, I wasn't thinking of it like
Nice.
in the moment, but that's a placement I really want to do. And bro, Ken,
It's gonna happen, bro.
with the way not even trying to like sell it, like with the way my sound is and like what I'm trying to push.
Sell that
sound-wise.
shit. Fuck is you talking about?
Yeah,
Sell that
yeah,
shit.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
that's someone that I could see like working with my vibe.
Nice,
for
bro.
sure. For
Okay,
sure.
Okay.
Valid salad.
It's going pretty cool, right?
Salad
Fuck
like
with it?
salad? Come on, bro. What the fuck? Where did you bring that out of? Nah. Hold on. Nah.
Valid salad.
Dead Heart NYC? You know about that?
Shit, this is
Glenn Brown. He started
Glenn
that
Brown.
Brown
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
brand.
He
Dead
manages-
Heart,
he manages
with the
Cash
little
Cobain.
heart with the X's that look like a cause thing.
Yeah.
Bro, oh my God.
I know Glenn.
Nah, because Valid Like Salad, they had the hat VLS. I don't know if you remember the hat.
Well, fuck me.
What's
I
this
didn't know.
kid's name? Oh my God, I forget this kid's name, bro.
He said, "Well, fuck
he
me."
started this brand. It was like Rose something. I forget the name of the brand, but he was cool with Glit in them.
Yeah.
I forget this kid's name. God damn, I feel
Glenn
so
manages
bad.
Cash Cobain now.
Yeah. He
dude.
totally shifted his whole. Like,
Which Glenn said, "Yo, let's get Cash on the podcast," but that was like 6 months ago, my boy. Let's make it
bro, it's
happen.
crazy you said Valid Like Salad. I literally had that hat, the VLS hat. I met up with the kid in Soho to buy that hat off him.
What the fuck?
Yes,
That's
bro.
fucking
I met
crazy.
up with him to buy that hat, bro. The VLS hat, and I had the Dead Heart NYC little heart pin thing, bro. I was like
Oh yeah.
fully into
And you copped it?
Bro, yes, bro.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
love, bro. That's that. Whatever Ian and Glenn and all of them were doing in New York at that time, bro. Like I was so they inspired me too, like to just be in the scene.
Yeah,
you know?
that's fire.
Forget about like music, even just fashion shit. Yeah.
Shit, I just be saying shit.
Nah, that was crazy. It's crazy you said that. That just sparked like a whole like.
Somebody said Homicide Gang would be on the same level as Ken if it wasn't for the allegations.
Cap.
Cap.
I don't think so.
Cap. No chance.
I just don't think their music is that great. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah.
The music
yeah.
is good, but
Yeah.
it's just, to me, it don't fit.
A lot of their production recently, like over the last year or two, came from 100 Yard, and all I did was like, yo, like I basically gave him their number,
Yeah.
and to see that Materials was fire. But to answer the question,
Big as
I
Ken?
think they're
No way.
huh?
I said as big as Ken? No way.
To answer the question, I think their music is pretty good. It's just very much the same every time. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard it
There's
all.
really not too much progression, yeah.
I feel like I've heard it
Yeah,
all.
Ken is just he got a pulse on this shit. Like,
Yeah.
I love Ken's music.
Yeah, no. Homicide is supposed to drop,
They dropped so
they're
much.
dropping another project, I think, like this month.
They've dropped
Something
at least
too.
like 5 or 6 projects the last 2-3 years.
What was the project with them two? Lifestyle? No. It's like them two.
There
have a
is
white
the
background.
song Lifestyle. Yeah, that was my favorite
Well,
one.
they're making the sequel to that tape. So
It's all the same shit.
House.
Hopefully the production's a little different.
Another Homicide Gang take. Okay. Homicide Gang has the best crowds in Opium.
Also Cap.
It's all the same
175
kids.
Well, the thing
What are
is,
you talking about? It's the
175
same
is really
crowd.
dedicated to them. Like, because 175 and Homicide Gang, they got a really good relationship.
Yeah.
But in general, like the average fan is gonna fuck with Ken and Lone and of course Cardi.
Yeah.
Like, the crowd's gonna be much bigger, but the pits and shit.
It's because they're the
It's-
first set of the day. That's why they go the craziest.
Well, they're not tired.
Yes.
That's a fact. That's a big fact. Whoever
Homicide
comes
Gang
first
is first,
is,
so
yeah.
they're like 4:30. They know Ken, Lone, Cardi's after. So
Yeah.
their
They
BPs
don't
is
save
hard.
their energy either.
Like they're just excited, like yay, they're really waiting for Ken and Lone though, and Cardi.
he ain't wrong.
I respect it.
In my opinion, my man said Two Hollis is better than Ian.
Yeah.
I'll say talent music wise, yes, but like in terms of like the fan perception, Ian got it right now. Just like he's got like people locked in.
Yeah. The
And not
white
Two
girls
Hollis?
for sure.
Oh yeah.
With Two Hollis, he's just creatively like out of this world.
He's out of this world creatively.
I could see him doing a bunch of shit, like even with Kanye and shit. Like,
Like respectfully, if you ask me to remake a Ian song right now, I could probably do it way easier than I can remake a Two
Two
Hollis song.
Hollis for
That's
sure.
a good.
Like
I
I'll be
like-
sitting here for days trying to figure out a Two Hollis song, bro. But an Ian song, beat, and then like lyrics, whatever, Like,
Yeah.
you know, give me
It's
2
more
hours.
run of the mill.
Yeah.
We'll be all right in 2 hours.
I think it was great. It was a great move for Two Houses.
you hear Two Houses
to be opening for Ken Carson? I thought that was an amazing thing for him.
They're just comparing them because they're white.
Fair.
To be honest.
This is neither here nor there. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to dim Two Houses light, but I think
They both
Starboy
gas.
is way better.
Starboy's hard.
is fucking
Starboy's hard too.
amazing, and I tried to book him for a show, man. I'm trying to have him in Long Island or in Brooklyn somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be fire.
Nah, Starboy's one
Starboy,
of
that
them.
guy,
My
man.
man
One of the
said
ones.
Ski Mask had the best verse on the song Space Ghost Pussy. You know that song? You guys don't know that song?
Crickets.
I feel like I'm forget. I feel like if you played
It
it,
was
I
a
would
very
know it,
big moment in like I think that's like a 2016 song with Denzel Curry, X, Ski. They all diss Space Ghost Perk. You guys never heard that shit?
No,
I don't think so.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Beep boop beep go gadget my wrist. Bling bling blow Johnny dang my fist.
I feel
Denzel
bad.
was actually upset that X kind of forced him to get on that song. He was like, bro, gotta get
Well,
on.
I'm gonna
it."
beat your ass.
Like, he kind of was cool with Space Ghost from the Raider Clan days, so he didn't really want to do it, but he did it just for X to be loyal to him.
I mean,
But he regrets it to this day because he's like, I didn't really have beef with Space Ghost.
off his rocker.
I was kind of pressured to do that shit. We were all in my crib. X was staying over. but-
Besides the actual take, what do you think of Ski Mask's career? I personally feel it's so stagnant to the point where it's kind of like digressing, and like I don't like to say this, but the relationship with Juice and X is like really keeping him there, and the Rolling Louds, like it's really keeping him afloat.
Before you answer that, Ski and Scheme, y'all gotta get back. Y'all gotta get back right, bro. Them beefing makes 0 sense, and it's not cool.
Well, it's because apparently it's Ski
not
Mask's
cool.
fault and his drugs, but.
Yeah, I know.
But
It
what do you
definitely
think
has
of
to do
what
with
I
drugs,
said?
but
Like, I feel like his career, and I know you got to be a little politically correct.
Nah, Tariq is my guy. Tariq is my guy. Rolling Loud, shout out Tariq. But yeah, I mean, you're not entirely wrong. Like his career definitely is a little bit like slowed down a little bit.
And that last
I don't know so much about the whole Juice and XX like relationship keeping him alive. Maybe to an extent for sure, just because XXX is like such a staple in this shit. Like we all look at him as like and Juice, of course. Like we look at them as like the goats of that, especially of that like sound in that world. But like, bro, Ski also had like a lot of respect in his own on his own name too.
Absolutely.
But you know what it is? I think it comes down to like sound too. Like he hasn't ever switched
Evolved.
his sound ever. So it would be nice to see him switch it just a little bit. You know, like maybe a different style production, or maybe just approaching the beat a little differently. Could be something, you know.
And I feel like
I would
his
love to
whole-
work with him. You know, like, let me take a stab.
Maybe
at
his
it.
marketing could be a little different because he's probably posted like 5 times the last 6 years.
Yeah.
Like maybe just building an aesthetic or a world
Yeah.
around his new music.
I would love to see some
It
snippets.
would be
like,
advantageous
if
for
he
him.
could just like simple, like literally just simple, like just in front of a car, outside of a car, like do a little snippet with the guys around, throw something on. I swear, I promise that would hit so much harder than putting a big rollout to an album that, frankly, people weren't necessarily asking that hard for. Like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously,
Decent
he has
songs.
fans for
Decent
sure.
songs.
He has mad fans, but like there wasn't people in comment sections like
begging for it.
begging for like somewhere, but like the general like landscape we're in, like if he could just come out like one song, cool ass snippet, bro, even if it's not his greatest song of all time, people would like it just to see his face because people love seeing him.
Yeah.
He's such a force.
Early
you know?
on Twitter, he was such a character.
Yeah.
Like he blew up from freestyling while a girl's getting fucked behind him.
You see, like we
So,
need
like-
that. We need that. We need that.
He just stopped
Nah,
that.
the-
Get
completely.
crazy.
The thing with Ski too, also, because I fuck with Ski, and I just feel like the set list is always he kind of carried by the Juice and the X, and it just is what it is.
Yeah,
those were his best friends.
But
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
the
And
fans want. So, and he knows
so
that.
it's not
And
really his
yeah.
fault.
Yeah.
And I respect that he doesn't have to play the X or the Juice songs.
Right,
you know?
right.
So I respect that. But he will always be associated with them. But I do feel like that song Shibuya
Yeah.
could have been, if promoted more, that was the most digestible Ski Mask
that
he's
song
ever
was so
made.
good.
Yeah. It was
You
a great
know,
song.
like catchy, good ass beat, fire video.
Yeah.
but that's really the furthest it went. You know.
Yeah, I feel like
He's very talented. It's like, everybody knows Ski is that dude. I feel like maybe he just doesn't even really care, bro. He doesn't need to
I have like a weird like
be that guy.
I have a feeling that when Juice and X died, like I feel like a piece of him died too.
Of course.
Fair enough.
And I think that definitely like ate him up. Not even so like obviously the fact that they're gone, but like also like the weight of having to carry that now. Because now you're like, think about it, like 2 GOATs left, and you're a part of that sound that y'all built, and now it's all on your shoulders, you know? It really is, and those guys were not like duds. Like, they were freaking some of the most talented humans to ever live, you know? Forget about, like, in any genre, like,
He's
you know? Especially Juice, like,
Jesus.
I'm sure you guys have seen, like, some of the, like, the Benny Blanco stories.
Oh, absolutely.
About Juice, like, how he just makes a bunch of songs and tells you to pick which one he likes or whatever on the same beat.
He makes, like, 3 different songs in 3 takes.
I didn't even know that narrative of X and Juice carrying him was a thing until I was with Jalil's manager at Rolling Loud New York, and Ski is on stage and he's like, "Oh, look at Ski being carried by Juice and X again."
Oh damn, that sounds like some hating shit though.
That ain't
I was
nice.
like, damn. I was like, what the fuck?
Damn.
That's crazy. I never thought about that.
That wasn't nice.
He doesn't manage Jalil anymore, but
Yeah.
like I never thought about that.
Shout out Ski, man.
That's just that's just wanting to put someone down, you know. That's just wanting to put someone down for no reason.
Yeah, he put that in my head and it stuck with me. Like, fuck
Next
nigga.
take. My man said, Kid Cudi is a generational talent misunderstood nowadays.
Who?
Kid Cudi.
Yeah, that's fair.
I've always said Kid Cudi is one of the most overhated artists in just hip hop in general.
Me personally, I feel like he doesn't make digestible enough music
Anymore.
Yeah,
I agree.
You know, it's not easy to listen to.
Really?
Yeah, it's just
I
to
disagree
me,
with
it's
that.
not that easy to listen to. You know, I want to have like fun, like I was saying before. Like,
I ain't gonna hold you.
he doesn't make me have fun
He's
right
like
now.
40,
Really?
45 years old
I
too. I,
disagree,
want to hear
man.
growth.
I don't know. You got to listen
I wanna hear
to a
growth.
song called Blue Sky and it'll probably change your mind.
Don't listen to
Okay.
it. No.
I'll listen to it. I'll check it out.
Fuck, he loves the newer projects.
I
and
love Kid Cudi, man.
I'm over it.
Yeah.
I love
like-
all the people that the internet hates. MGK, Trippie Redd, Kid Cudi. Those
Famous
are like my
Dex.
favorite artists.
Famous Dogs.
Yeah. But
Young
nah,
Jock.
that's pretty much it, man, in terms of the hot takes and whatnot. So just let the audience know what you got cooking up for the rest of the year, man. What's
Bro,
up?
we're just
What you
gonna
got going
we're
on?
coming crazy with the snippets. We're working on a project right now, a few projects actually right now. Me and Five. Bro, we're just gonna keep it going. That's
Okay.
it. Keep it going. There's a record we got, Keep Me Going. It's called.
Nice.
We've been performing it on tour on the DC the Don tour, and bro, like it's one of those songs that like people know the words the second they hear it, and they never heard it before. And you'll see clips like people like actually singing along to it, and they genuinely never heard the song before.
Right.
Like by the third time he says the main punchline, they already saying it back. Like, and it's kind of crazy, and that's within like 45 seconds of playtime. So I'm excited for that record. I don't know exactly when it's coming.
Fair.
It might be, I don't know when, but when it comes, it's gonna come crazy.
What are some accolades or accomplishments you want to get within the next 5
better
years?
see some
What's your
plaques, my boy. I
5-year
wanna see some platinum
5-year
plaques on the
plan
wall.
looking like?
He said it. That's the one. That's the one I need the most and want the most is a plaque. You know, especially in my studio, just to put it up and like have people see that and just give confirmation for everything. You know, I'm big on that. I'm big on like moments of confirmation. You know, it's like like the shit we've been working on, it wasn't for nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's
that
important.
trophy right there.
Yeah. You
That's
know,
dope.
because at
That's
the end of the day, bro, like this music shit, like we love it, but like there's nothing more like that I love more than of people like actually hearing this shit. You know what I mean?
You want to be validated too.
Yeah. I want a lot of people to hear it, not just like some people. You know, like,
And that's usually the gap that people have to cross.
yeah.
Like from actually accomplishing stuff in music,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
having a bigger audience listen to your shit. Like
Right.
Ravs has amazing music. Imagine if he had 1 million people listening to it. You know what I'm
and we
saying?
were even talking about this the other day, me and the guys. It's like, we got to point like the level, I guess you could say level 3.
Yeah.
Like we got to level 3. Now getting to level 2 and 1 is like way harder.
Right,
You know, it's way harder because like just getting to tier 3 is like, it was hard, but looking back, it was easy. You know what I mean?
But also you're like looking forward at 2 and 1. You're like, there's a lot more work.
More work to be done.
Like, way more work than it was before.
Way more, and a lot more factors come into play. You know, business and all this kind of shit. So, you know, once that gets figured out, bro, all the conversations will change. You know,
Any thoughts?
We'll be talking different stuff.
Any thoughts on expanding in music too? Like within the next couple of years, like some producers expand to like, I don't know, like running their own production label or like doing streaming or DJing or like anything of the sort.
So for me, I really want to, and I'm currently trying to work on building out like a producer team. You know what I mean? But not necessarily like a working on dying type of thing, but more so just like an ecosystem of producers I trust that I could call on for anything.
Right.
And whatever opportunity I have, you know, through my connections and stuff, that I could alley-oop to them. And then it just builds out, you know, a bigger ecosystem, you know? Kind of like something like what my boy Synthetic has done, you know, but, you know, do it in my own way.
That's
my own
fine.
twist,
Oh,
you know?
I fuck with that.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Got to put on for the producers, man.
Okay.
It's not just me out here.
Sham. Wow.
Sham.
Appreciate you.
That was a dope show, bro.
I like that.
That was a dope
Appreciate
show.
you guys.
Yo, what episode number is this?
109, bro.
109.
For real,
bro.
like
109 with Sham. Make sure you subscribe.
Yeah.
You already know. Watch the whole thing.
Yep.
If you know how many times we said 4-5's name, we're going to give you $100. So make sure.
Oh, we got to hold him to
Make
that,
sure
guys.
you watch the entire episode. Get our watch time up. If
Spam
you know
in the
how
comments.
many times we said 4-5's name, and I'm going to count.
Yo, you
myself.
saying it again. You just said it another 4 5.
Another 4-5.
In all caps, 4-5, 4-5, 4-5, 4-5. 4-5, 4-5.
I'm going to give you $100.
Yo, that's on you.
Bow!
I'm in town, yeah, party is going